Have you ever wondered why tennis players... I was watching the US Open and remembered about how players will look at these tennis balls to see which ones have more fuzz on them. What the theory is that when they have less fuzz, they're faster, and when they have more fuzz, they're slower. But the thing is how much does this really help? Now, in the scheme of their day, this isn't slowing them down, but the question I want, in the scheme of things, it doesn't really slow them down. But what I like about this is looking at what are the things that we think are important that don't have a big effect, that we're spending a lot of our time on. What are we wasting our time on thinking it's important when it's really not? There's the 80-20 rule, which is 20% of our activities are going to give us 80% of our results. But then 80% of our activities are only giving us 20% of our results. It's called the Pareto principle. It's called the Pareto principle. You need to look at what is actually effective, what is actually going to give you the results you want, and then let go of these little things that only have a 0.5% or 1% effect on what you're doing, so you can spend that time doing something that has a bigger effect. So it made me wonder, where are we wasting our time? What are these little things that we think are important, but they're really not important? Sure, it's not as much as looking at the tennis ball fuzz, but there are other things that we're spending too much time on. Is our logo just right on something? Where's my name over here? Is this picture just right? Is this... These things are 1% value sometimes, where we could have that same time and have a bigger effect. You've maybe heard of the Pareto principle, which is 80% of our work. You've maybe heard of the Pareto principle. 20% of our efforts are going to give us 80% of our results, which that also means that 80% of our efforts are only giving us 20% of the results. If we can figure out what that 80% of it is that we're wasting, then we're going to have more time to do the things that have the biggest effect. And looking at the tennis ball fuzz is not going to give us our biggest effect. So look into what you're doing and what you can cut that's wasting your time.